Welcome back to the Dragon Den. My loyal Dragonites, King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Collection, the Scarlet Spider. And so here we have Scarlet Spider posed and out of the packaging, but before we have a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Unfortunately, Scarlet Spider only comes with 3 pairs of hands. So with his accessories out of the way, let's have a closer look at the Scarlet Spider. And so here we have a closer look at the Scarlet Spider, and Hasbro has done a really good job with this figure. We have gotten Scarlet Spiders in the past, but this is a really good update to that character. First, taking a look at his head sculpt, this is a very good head that Hasbro has given the Scarlet Spider. His big, massive eyes are sculpted perfectly, and I love the fact that they are done in glossy white. Add to it, we do have some sculpted details underneath his mask, such as his furrowed brow, which looks really good. And though subtle, you can see the sculpt work for his ears. Scarlet Spider is using that retro-carded Spider-Man build, which is really good here. And as a rubber overlay, the blue hoodie is done very nicely, where you can see some sculpted details with torn sleeves and torn bottom. And on his chest, you can see the Scarlet Spider insignia done very nicely in black. They did a really good job sculpting his down hoodie, which looks really good, and I love the fact that his insignia continues on his back. Scarlet Spider does have your standard Spider-Man arms, having some really nice muscular details. The striations in his arms are done very nicely, and I especially love the gauntlets that he's wearing. They are done in marbleized plastic, which is fitting from what Hasbro normally gives us, but I absolutely love the sculpt work here. Moving on to his waist, you can see Scarlet Spider is wearing his signature belt. It's also done in marbleized silver plastic, which is pretty nice, and I do like the color that we have on it. It does have a red button in the middle of the belt, and you can see the canisters look really nice here. The rest of the figure's legs are just going to be done in this red plastic, but the muscle striations on his leg look really good. I do feel like his legs are a little bit too defined compared to his arms. He has really defined legs. Moving down to his calves is probably my only nitpick with the sculpt, that we do have that cut along his shin. But the consistency in the plastic is really good, and you can see that the Scarlet Spider does have these pouches on his ankles. And a nice little detail is that the buckles on his belt straps are actually painted silver. And then of course we do get those same feet that we saw on the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. So overall, the sculpt work and detailing here on Scarlet Spider is actually rather impressive, from the paint detail on his hoodie down to the sculpt work that they put onto it. With the Scarlet Spider's details out of the way, let's compare him to our usual suspects. Here we have Scarlet Spider posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman. Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. The Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, we have the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider posed next to the Mafex Scarlet Spider. As you can see, Scarlet Spider will scale nicely to the rest of your Marvel Legends figures, however he will be slightly taller than true 1/12 scale. With the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at Scarlet Spider's articulation. Scarlet Spider does have a double ball joint in his head, butterfly joints in his shoulders, arms go out to the side, and dual full 360. Swivel at his bicep and double hinged elbows. Swivel hinges in his wrist. Scarlet Spider has a ball joint in his upper torso and a reversed ab joint. Legs do kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He has a double bend in his knees, swivel at his shin, a hinge in the ankle, forward facing pin, and of course a toe hinge. So overall, flawless articulation here on the Scarlet Spider, and because his hoodie is done in soft plastic, it does get out of the way when you're posing him. So with everything said and done, let's get the Marvel Legends retro-carded Scarlet Spider pose for my final thoughts. So here we have the Marvel Legends retro-carded Scarlet Spider pose for my final thoughts, and overall a very great figure by Hasbro. I love the lighter shade of red that Hasbro went with, and the eyes sculpted on his mask is a very nice touch. Add to it, making the eyes a glossy white brings a lot of character to the Scarlet Spider, which I'm absolutely all for. As far as his base costume, he's just done in this red plastic, but it fits the character nicely, and like I said, I love the shade of red that Hasbro chose here. A very nice contrast to the figure is the hoodie that he's wearing, as it is a dullish shade of blue. The sculpt work in his hoodie is actually well done, and I love all the folds and wrinkles that are on the front and the back of his hoodie. Add to it sculpting the down hoodie, as nice as it is, gives Scarlet Spider a lot of character. A small little nitpick that I have is the shins that they went with. You'd expect Hasbro would have developed some actual shins for Scarlet Spider here. But overall, Scarlet Spider looks impressive, and reusing that Renew Your Vows Spider-Man was a really good move here. Now unfortunately, I never picked up the original Scarlet Spider that Hasbro made, nor the original retro carded Spider, but I do like the fact that they gave him this new updated body. At the time I'm making this video, Scarlet Spider is quite hard to come by, as he is one of the more popular characters out of his particular wave. I believe he is sold out on most websites, which is a little bit unfortunate, and tracking him down in store seems to be an impossible task. But if you hover over his Amazon listing or his listing on Big Bad Toy Store, there's a chance you might be able to pick one up, and if you're a fan of Scarlet Spider, I highly recommend you pick up this version of the character. So with that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other Marvel Legend and Spider-Man videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon, where I do have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000, reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.